Hey, welcome to another Monday night here on your Nirvana YouTube channel. We're a Team Nerd Herd, and this is another Cover Lovers. And we got some good books for you tonight, some interesting stuff. My name is West Coast Big Rob. Follow me on IG. And I'm here with
Sparkplug and Spike. It's Deo's birthday was a couple of days ago, so this man's
birthday.
Celebrating. Happy birthday, Deo. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. You got some cool stuff, that's for sure. Pretty nice Lego set today, and he got a brand new Epiphone ukulele, electric ukulele, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah, you can put headphones.
Looking forward to hearing him play through that, making a racket in the house. That'll be awesome. Yep. So we roamed around downtown and got some candy and some cupcakes and some good dinner and some pizza and all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's been my weekend. Just kind of letting the prince enjoy himself. How about you?
All good, and it's been great weather down here. Beautiful,
here too.
70 degrees plus.
Same.
Sunny, but the rain is coming in tomorrow morning, so we're doomed for about.
Yeah, I think we get it the next day. I think we get it on Wednesday, or on Wednesday.
The last winter push, at least for Southern California, I think. So then we're heading straight into spring, and should be pretty good after that. So
be nice to get this weather for a couple more weeks, but I don't think we will. It'll be 50, 60, and then all of a sudden it'll be 98. We'll never get anything in the middle around here.
One pretty cold. The coldest morning I felt here was on Saturday morning. We're at 34, 32.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Could have gotten some snow.
Well, it's snow up in the mountains up here in Julian.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There was definitely snow up there. All right. So let's do some couple notes here. Remember, follow our resident DJ Instagram, Beats by Monster. That's our DJ. That's our music guy. You hear the little intro music. That's him. That's Eddie.
Sorry, I just inadvertently gave the whole podcast the finger by accident. I was itching my eye. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, my bad. Oh, what's going on? Oh, shit. Number our horseman, our wrench guy, Santi Rudy number 1. What's going on, Rudy? Local guy here in San Diego as well. And a horse. Stop by coverprice.com and type in the code Nirvana14 and get 30 days unlimited. Cover price for 99 cents. It is Nirvana14. That's the code. You can get the whole month for 99 cents over there at coverprice.com. And also stop by Bird City Comics, birdcitycomics.com. Get some cool books and cool exclusives. Other toys and random stuff there at Bird City Comics. TNH10 is the password. And get 10% off, or the code, and 10% off your purchase over there at Bird City Comics, TNH10. And don't forget to stop by DisplayGeek.com. Type in the code Team Nerd Herd and save off 10% off your first purchase of his beautiful DisplayGeek displays. Team Nerd Herd is the code word. And finally, before we start the show, let's say hi to the chat. Always first to the chat is GTK Comics with the thumbs up and the waves.
What's up, man?
More thumbs up, more waves. And we got here BBB Haunted Comics. Hello, everyone. What's up, dude? Reef, the sea forever. Hello. What's going on, man?
What's up?
Bruce. Hey, gentlemen. ¿Qué pasa? And Igor, our comic book maniac. Hey, fellas. Happy Monday, everyone.
He didn't send you anything. He's just saying hi.
Hi.
He's so greedy.
I'm not saying green.
We got a happy birthday from Trish.
Happy belated birthday, Dio from Big Bruce.
See, Bruce sent you a birthday present. See? He sent you your treasure hunt.
Happy birthday, Dio. Howdy, guys, from Patricia.
No, not Dio.
It's okay. Deo.
No. Dale.
Oh, Dale.
Dio's way cooler. It's a great band.
Dio. That's weird.
Devo. I'm gonna call you Devo. How about that? That's a good band too. All right.
Thanks, Trish.
All right, and that's the chat for now. Oh, no more. Thanks for having me back, Mike.
Oh yeah, dude. Absolutely. Thanks for having ours. I can't even express our thanks. Thank you, bud.
All right. Okay, we got something to show you guys, right? So let's do this.
We do.
Hello, lovers. Presented.
Another lackluster week for covers. This ought to be fun.
I saw some pretty good ones on here. Presented by Alonzo or Comics and Pops. He's not here for it.
Just throw him right under the bus before we start, just to make sure.
Yeah, let's push him under there.
Yeah.
All right. We're talking about Transformers before the show. How about some
Who controls this?
incentives?
Right.
And Transformers. We got Transformers 18 by Carl Kirsch, 1 in 10. And then we got Roy Rival 17 with a little hot rod on the cover. Connor Hughes on 1 in 10. Mike, which one?
It always takes me a second to see the first covers. I got to go on my. You start talking. I'll be right there.
All right. Always a delay with the first.
Always
cover.
a delay on the covers for some reason with me. I don't know why.
All right. Honestly, off the bat, just looking at I didn't really look at the deck too much earlier today. A little lackluster in my opinion. They're fine, nothing wrong with them. They're interesting in their own way, but it's like I can't remember that saying, but it's kind of standard Transformers art we've been seeing here throughout the last. Now this is the 18th issue, so you've seen one Transformers cover, you've seen them all. This particular type of stuff. This, once in a while you'll see something outstanding, something that stands out. But these just kind of like blend in with the rest. They're fine. It's a part of the collection. I think you'll probably do better with some of the open order covers. I think it's a little better. I think there's another one on another slide here soon. But yeah, if I had to pick one, I'm not much of a Voice Rivals guy, but I do like that hot rod on the cover there. He looks pretty cool, and that's at least it's cool for me. I'll go with the Connor Hughes. Mike.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. And Deo says the same thing. The hot rod's a really cool angle. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the rest of the cover so much, but the hot rod kind of pushes it over the top for me. There's nothing wrong with the Megatron and Ravage cover, but it's just kind of pedestrian A cover art. It doesn't deserve to be an incentive, I don't think. While we're at it, I don't think the hot rod one does either. But I think it's just a little bit better. These are both passes for me. But I mean, I'm on a Transformers high over the last 24 hours, so I'm kind of just liking these probably more than I would normally like them. But they're just okay. They're A cover level. Hello.
I am so sorry. I was muted the whole time.
Oh.
I was just saying nothing. Yeah, I agree with you. Nothing spectacular, but it does the job.
Ooh, third print RC cover. Let me go look at that. Since speaking of, that's exactly why I'm on a Transformers high, everybody. I'm just going to spill the beans now. I'll show you when I get it, but I got a movie cell from the 84 movie. 84 or is it 85? 86? What year is that?
86, I think.
86 movie of RC. I've always wanted an RC cell, and this one's from the movie, and I just won an auction last night for way less than I should have. I also spent more than I should have in general in my life right now, but yeah. So I got to go look at that RC cover. That's probably going to be the winner for me.
All right, let's move on to. Well, the Transformer train does not end here, sir. So
okay. Well, in that case.
A little graphic there from Alonso. I don't know if you saw him. You see him, Mike?
Yes, I can.
There you go.
Nice.
All right, so there you go. So Transformers 18, the 1 in 50 by Oliver and Ono, and the 1 in 10 Boy Riders number 17 by Fred Van Chung. Yes. All right, Mike. Thoughts? I'm assuming. I think I know where you're going to go with this one.
Yeah, I think you know where my head is. I mean, the hot rod cover is okay, but the colors seem off. He looks brown instead of like he looks. That is supposed to be hot rods. I mean, I don't know. I always want to see that bright red and orange with the yellow I don't know. This sort of muted brown, almost mustardy yellow kind of looks weird to me on the Void Rivals. I mean, maybe he's supposed to be dirty. I don't really know exactly. Matter of fact, in the movie, he's almost like this hot pink color, which is, if you go back and you look at the animation for the movie, he's a really cool color in that. But I do like the action shot. I really think the line works great on the Ono. Obviously, it's an RC cover, and I'm a huge RC fan, especially today since I just finally got my hands on that cell. I think Optimus looks kind of tough. His legs may be a little skinny, but I just sort of like it. I like the ricocheting bullets. I like that this trade dress matches RC's color. That's nice. But again, though, like the last two, I certainly don't feel that these are really all that incentive worthy, and I especially don't think the Ono is a 1 in 50 worthy. I think that one maybe should have been a 1 in 10, and then I don't know, something completely different for a 1 in 50 maybe. But so art wise, I'm going to go with the RC Optimus cover over the Hot Rod cover. But again, I don't really think either of these deserve to be incentives.
Yeah, I agree. They're solid art. There's nothing crazy.
Wow.
And my dog's about to bark.
Definitely Lars.
So I'm with you. I go with the Ono, and the chat also likes the Ono, but nothing wrong with the Chung. I like another Hot Rod on the cover, but this is more actual bot form. So it's cool. It's a kind of the color, the contrast on the colors on Hot Rod very different on this. Very
muted or earthy.
Yeah, very muted, very mustard, very Wiener Schnitzel, very San Diego Padres.
Yeah, it does. The San Diego Padres. That's exactly
which is trash. So just on that part, it's immediately a no for me. So I go with the Ono. The Ono at least has a cool dynamic action scenario here. It's in the middle of the street. They're always fighting in the middle of the streets, right? They're fighting their guns, and somehow they're the size of regular humans under these buildings, but they shouldn't be. So yeah, I like the hot pink trade dress on the Transformers, so that's always cool. 1 in 50, that's very, very, very steep. That would definitely make me skip it, but we're basing it on art here, so we'll go with the Ono just on the art aspect of it. It's just a better art in general, I think. But nothing wrong with the Chung, but it's all subjective. It's all opinions. Don't get your underwear in a twist. So just our opinions. So there you go. Any comments from the chat here? So Transformers. Yep, I agree. I have the cover, but the color is not so much.
Is that third print a Void Rivals or a Transformers that you're talking about, Igor? Or is it Igor that said it?
No,
Bruce. Which is that a Transformers cover? Or is it Transformers 18? No, it wouldn't be 18. It would be.
Igor's saying a store exclusive.
Store exclusive. It's a store exclusive.
I'm not sure.
RC cover. Yeah, the store exclusive. Yes, I've seen that one. I have that. That one's awesome. We all drooled all over that one when it came out. You remember that one, Rob? We all ordered that thing.
I think so. Yeah, dude.
We're sitting on a car or something like that. Is it that one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was issue 1. Yeah.
That's what Igor's talking about in the chat. Yeah, that's a beautiful cover. I love that cover.
Yeah.
One of her best covers, maybe her best cover. To be honest,
I think we all grabbed that. Yeah.
That thing was great. But yeah, I know the one you mean. No, I'm talking about the one that Bruce was mentioning. He said he saw it on cover price this week. I'm assuming that's what you mean by CP, Bruce. Cover price. I'll have to look for it. Or send me a DM. If you can, I mean, I don't want to. If you have the time, shoot me a DM. I'd like to see it.
So we go from lots to Soups. A very sad Soups here at the Depression Corner. It's Action Comics 1084, the 1 in 25 by Donnie. I got itch. Got a palm face emoji from Alonzo.
I don't know about a palm face, but
and I get it. It's very very newspaper vibe to him on this one. Just the line works is just very like a comic strip Superman. It just has that vibe of the comic strip kind of line work. So it's the bottom part of the body kind of fades into the light. I'm not sure. It's not for me personally. Even the cityscape has that comic strip vibe. It's very they call it kind of artsy perspective on Soups, but the cape just all over the place. It looks like literally like paper mache on top of them. So it's just I don't like it. The trade race is fine. That doesn't really interfere with the art. The lighting's cool, but it's just the art itself. I just don't like the line work. I just don't like the mitts for hands. It's just all kinds of for me, just all kinds of deterrents not to buy this book. So nothing knock on Donnie. I'm pretty sure this is what she was going for, but yeah, the also the Pampers as underwear.
Those are underoos, sir.
It's just and the shitty belt he has on his underoos. It's just all kinds of weird decisions here. So not for me, Mike.
So yeah, I agree. I like Danny's style, and I get what she's going for here. She's going for that like posterized, almost Andy Warhol, like wood block or screen print kind of a look, which I don't normally mind. I don't even mind it so much on this cover, but there's just some things that don't quite work the way I want them to. Some of that shadow work doesn't work well. I don't mind the very simplistic line work. And as a matter of fact, when that's done right, it can be really striking. Like even some of those Sonic covers that we'd like, those 1 in 10s or 1 in 25s.
When it's done right, yes.
Similar style, but done right. And I've seen other Danny covers that I absolutely love. There was that one for Abbott that she did way back, that thing's a ghost. I happen to have that, and I love that cover. And it has escaped the purge many times. I keep it because I can't even figure out a price for it. It's so damn rare. But I really like the art on it too. It just has sort of a, I don't know, kind of a timeless feel to it. So while I generally like her style, and while I also don't think this is necessarily a face palm, I certainly don't think it's a particularly good cover from her. And again, I don't think it's a 1 in 25 level kind of thing. Maybe a 1 in 10, maybe a really nice B cover. But yeah, it sort of misses the mark this time. Yes, Bruce, I saw that and I like it. And you know what else I like about that, Bruce? It's Anik Leto, who I adore, and I think maybe the most underrated artist of the decade, to be honest with you. Anik Leto is fantastic, and that RC cover is great. So I will be getting that one, definitely. Thank you for the heads up on that. I did not know that was coming.
Yeah, since Alonso did this deck, this is definitely not Alonso's taste here, so that's why I give him the
no, and it isn't even mine. Although I have seen covers of hers that are my taste. This just isn't one. Maybe I just like the way she draws girls and not men. I don't know. Maybe it's that, but
yeah, that's why I'm like I remember like having a better impression of Donnie. I don't remember her cover art, but I remember having a better impression. That's why I'm a little.
You should look up that Abbott cover. You'll change your tune a little bit. I think you'll like that one.
Yeah, but this one,
if you can even find a picture of it, it's so freaking rare. But
I don't feel this one though. That's for sure.
Me either.
All right, let's move on. Batman and Robin 19 by John McCrae. 1 in 25. Same kind of concept, but maybe more detailed. A lot of interesting line work. And of course the action and the art itself of Batman, and I believe this is Robin there going downwards with the bat rope. So it's an interesting perspective of what's going on here in the scene. Interesting color choices, a lot of blacks, a lot of darks. Good luck getting a 9/8 on this.
Yeah, especially on that left edge.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little tough on that. I'm not sure his decision on all the little like little like what's the word? The little light like color lighting within the black.
Like
yeah. I don't know if I feel that. I get it. It's very That's like it puts me back of me trying to draw on with pencil in my notebook and just adding like little lines to make it a little more artistic.
Yeah.
That's the vibe that I feel like he was just trying to hide not so great work with all those little lines.
And that can be done really well. I mean, people like Wrightson and Adams used to do that on their like DC horror books to make things look dark but still provide some contrast, and they managed to do it just fine. But it doesn't seem to work on this one either. I agree. It's just not quite there. Again, this doesn't feel like an incentive to me. It feels like a barely passable B cover.
It feels like actually just a panel from inside the book, to be honest. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, this one does like a halfway decent splash page, but that's about it. It's just really DC, man. You guys, it used to be even their B covers I would want, and I would like salivate over some of their incentives. Now I don't want a single cover. Like I don't want any of these things. This is not. There's nothing appealing to this at all. It's not bad art. It's fine for interior work, but it's just. This is not an incentive. This would not make me want to buy extra copies, nor would it make me want to pay extra money for a copy.
Yeah, they're doing better work with their action figures and statues right now.
Yep.
All right. So that's the 1 in 25 by McRae, Batman and Robin 19. Let's move on.
Fail.
Yeah. All right. Amazing Spider-Man 69, the 1 in 25 by Ben Harvey. Mike, go ahead on this one first.
I like this one. I think I like it because it is not. It's finally a Black Cat cover that doesn't over sexify her. It just makes her actually have some emotion, and there's something happening here. And it's a loose homage, right? To what I don't know what number cover that is, but I guess it's sort of a loose homage.
Spectacular Spider-Man, right?
Yeah, right. The spectacular one. I guess it's supposed to kind of mimic that a little bit. But I think the work is done really well. I think there might be some perspective problems here and there, but nothing egregious. I like the tree in the background and provide some depth. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's a really well done cover. I'm assuming that, Harvey paints for real, I think. So I think this is actually a painted cover, which is also impressive. It's just, this is a good solid cover. This feels like an incentive level piece of art to me. And I just really like finally getting a Black Cat that isn't just like boobs out, being sexy, just stupid pose. This shows a little bit of story.
Yeah, me and you are on the same wavelength with the whole TNA shit. I'm like, I know we're going against the grain because that's what everybody else loves. But personally, me, and I know you feel somewhat similar, is just the whole TNA shit. It's so burned out. It's like
it is.
When then comic books became just a, it's about just TNA. The whole
a substitute for porn almost. I'm selling four long boxes full of that shit. I'm just getting rid of all of it. I look at it and I'm like, this doesn't interest me anymore. It's just not cool.
Yeah, it's just like
I just don't like it.
Why pay for it? Just go online. It's free.
I know. Well, and sometimes a lot of it's from just artists that I already liked, lots of Perillos and shit like that. Mayhew, early Mayhews, and even some Frissons and that kind of stuff, which I still like, but I don't feel like I need to own them because it's become so repetitive. Everything just sort of looks the same. And, now all they're just trying to do is up the ante. Now, granted, I still buy some of that stuff. I just bought that ridiculous Cherry Pop-Tart book from Hughes.
I know, right? That's so over the top ridiculous. So over the top.
It completely goes against everything that I usually like, but it's because it's just so fucking ridiculous that I just had to own one. Just like, wow, I can't believe you even got away with it, let alone, have it be, sold. So I had to have one. But for the most part, I've avoided most of that stuff. Whereas this, I do. I like the design of Black Cat, and I like that she's sexy, and she looks sexy here, but in a subtle, classy way, rather than in this in your face kind of like almost pornographic, smutty way. And so I prefer this. Plus, it's just really good paint work.
Most it was a web of Spider-Man 32, the homage, I bet.
Is it? Yeah, that sounds like it. I think it is web of. Now that you say that, that sounds right. I'll go check that. I think Mo's right.
Yeah, I like it because the somberness. It's funny. Comic books are very like pendulum. It swings one way. Right now, it's all about like sexualization of the characters. From the '80s, this kind of cover brings me back to the '80s. I felt like everything was more dark and more somber in the '80s, especially in the mid '80s there. So
Yeah.
it has that vibe to it. It's good art, solid art. The tree is cool. I like the facial expression of Black Cat's, which it's an expression we don't really see her portraying on a comic book art cover. So it's cool, and the dropping of the flower. So and the tombstone right there. That's the tombstone's really what's bringing back the homage vibe to it. It's cool. I like it. Ben Harvey, this is painted is brilliant. So
Mm-hmm.
all right, 125. Finally a win for Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've liked one of those. That's for sure.
Aquaman 3, the 125 by Salvador La Roca. Go ahead again, Mike.
Let me wait for it to change on my end. There it is. Okay. See, now that is very sexy, but yet that's really cool. First of all, I love a really well done underwater cover.
Whoa.
It's one of
I love that cover.
it's one of the reasons why I really liked Middleton on Aquaman way back when he was doing those mirror covers. He did like 5 or 6 of them that were underwater, and they were fucking breathtaking. Just there's something about being able to do a really good underwater cover that's hard, because you have to make it feel like it's underwater. So that's this added element of the art that makes it difficult to sell, right? And I think this one's done really well. I maybe could ask for just like a little bit more contrast separation between the seaweed and the skin tones and stuff like that. But I mean, I think that's being pretty nitpicky. I think this is a 1 in 25 level cover all day. It's really, really solid work. I could nitpick little parts of it, but I really love the light coming through the surface up above. That's super cool. Yeah, some real cool attention to detail here. Obviously, incredibly sexy as well. So, like, it's got all the things going for it. But yet again, it's not just sexy just to be sexy. There's like something going on here. There's more to it than just a chick posing on a Sears background. There's some environment, and there's some story being told to it. It's not just put a sexy chick on the cover. So I dig it.
It's sexy because the character is sexy, not because they're trying to make her sexy.
Exactly. Right. Exactly.
Yeah. I only got one nitpick. That right arm is way too long. Look at the length of that right arm. That goes.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right.
It's incredibly. That's like the Kimi Mutombo length arms right there, dude. That's pretty long. But everything else is brilliant. I love the lighting of the sun shining through the ocean. That's pretty accurate. What's up, Mike?
Oh no, Deo just handed me 2 G1 bumblebees and asked me why he has 2, and I remember now.
Why?
So
Why?
Why not?
You got one, and then you left one at Grandma and Grandpa's house for like a year. So I bought you another one, and then Grandma and Grandpa found it and returned it to you. So now you have 2. Yeah.
But the color, the aquamarine, I guess.
Yeah.
Coloring the seaweed, brilliantly colored. The lighting, the actual texturing line work of the art itself before the color, perfectly done. It's really well. It's a cool mermaid. He made a mermaid look really, really cool. So I like that. Aquaman 3. I'm sorry. Did I say 13? 3. 125 by Salvador La Roca. This one's nice. I missed this one. All right, let's move on. Assorted Chris Events number 1, 125 by Mike Del Mundo. Assorted Chris Events number 1. I'll start this one off. Well, I always like me a T-Rex on the cover. That's always a good start. I like the story that it's telling here. It's like I don't know shit about this book. I don't know the story, and I don't know the characters, nothing. But it definitely piques my interest because we got an old man or some sort of gas canister or rocket attached to his back. riding a little one of those playground dinosaurs back and forth. Yeah, and there's a giant T-Rex hovering right above him, staring him down. I love the texturing, the coloring of the T-Rex, and it's kind of that natural, goofy smile they have. So I love that. It kind of sucks it's covered by the trade dress,
Yep.
but I think that's on purpose because it's gonna bring a little. I don't know. It's just their idea, I guess. And interesting choice on the background color, kind of negative
Chad.
zone basically of yellow and white in the background there. So that's kind of cool. I like that. So in general, I do like this cover. It's a cool cover. As a 1 in 25, I don't know because I don't know much about this book, but I do like the art in general. I don't know what's the if there's any hype or there's any value to this book financially, but it's just cool cover in general. Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. It's, again, like we've already said, I feel like a broken record tonight, but it's telling some story. It makes it interesting. And I like the separation of doing the background in just that line art, single monotone, so that everything pops. But I agree that trade dress, I think that's going to kill it in the market. I think doing something like that over what is arguably the best, not arguably, what is definitely the best part of the art is really a sin. And I think that's going to hurt it. Which is really too bad. I don't know why they had to do that. I think they could have.
It's almost like they purposely put a sticker on it. It's just a cover.
Maybe it won't really appear that way in the store, but I have a feeling it's going to. That's just kind of a shame. But down in that right corner, there's all that blank space. I don't know why you couldn't put it there. I don't know. It seems like it's ruined because of that, which is a real shame. I think the art, if I'm just looking at Del Mundo's work here, I think it's really well done. And like you said, I think it tells a good story. So I think as an incentive book, I think it's been ruined by that trade dress, sadly.
Yeah, unfortunately, but still pretty cool with that trade dress, just bumper sticker on top of the damn cover there. But
yep.
All right, let's move on. 1 in 25. All right. X-Men 13, 1 in 50 by Ijikuri. This is obviously just a regular open order art, but they moved it on to the 1 in 50 because they just got lazy, I guess. But this could have definitely pawned off for a store exclusive, but it didn't go that usual route. It got pushed to a 1 in 50, which is, I guess, I don't know. I guess it makes it more rare. Or I'm not sure if it does. It is an X-Men book. Not sure what to say about. I don't know if I like it or I hate it or I don't care. The lighting's cool. The hair is not sure if I like it. It might be. I wish it was a little more flowy. It's a little too. It's like a little too. Like what's that candy? Like fucking cotton candy.
Yeah, it does have that look to it. You're right.
Yeah, I wish it was a little more flowy, a little more open. Like, man, she got a crazy fucking mane of hair up there. It's like this. There's no light shining. Because honestly, hair, there should be light shining through the hair. It's just to make it more realistic. It's just solid, like layer of hair. There's no light shining through it. It's kind of weird. Maybe I'm just nitpicking here, but I'm gonna say my verdict of this. I don't like it. It has some good things about it. It also kind of reminds me a little bit of some Marvel Masterpiece trading cards to it too. But I think in general, don't like it. I don't like where they placed that little lightning bolt above her ear. I like Spock, but not on Storm. So it's like, it's okay, I guess, in general. But I think in general, I don't like it.
So I'm on the opposite end of the fence. I really do like it.
You like it, okay.
I do, and it's funny because I don't normally like digital artists like this, but this one doesn't feel. I mean, he's done a good job masking it, other than in the face. Maybe that looks digital, but the rest of it does kind of look painted, even though I know it's not. The hair sort of feels like a cloud to me, and so I kind of like that. I have that in my brain. So like to me, that makes sense with Storm. Although I almost always prefer Mohawk Storm over flowy hair Storm. So I would have preferred this to be Mohawk Storm, but
Mohawk would have been better probably on this
it
one.
would have been better. And it looks like there's even some of that going on. That front poof looks like it could have very easily just become the Mohawk. But what I mean, again, nitpicky. I think it's good, although I do agree with you that it does kind of have that store exclusive feel to it, which turns me off a bit. So I'm kind of in this weird space, to use your words. I like it and I don't care. Like, I think it's a really good piece that I absolutely won't buy because it feels like a lot of other covers. It feels just a touch too digital for me. But I do think this is a step in the right direction for our buddy Ajikure, who we're kind of back and forth on this show.
Are we?
Well, I mean, the other panel members, not you and I, often like his work. I don't usually, and you don't usually, but they seem to. Jeff and Alonzo often like his work. So, this is a pass for me, but I think this is a move toward better work from him, and I kind of like choices that he made here.
Well, that's a good positive twist you put on it, yeah, I guess.
But it's still a pass for me. But the things that I like about it make it visually pleasing to me. Like it would be one of those ones that I would only probably own if someone handed me one, but I wouldn't hand it back. Let's just put it that way.
Also, one thing I noticed, this JPEG that Alonzo added to the slideshow, the color varies from the smaller JPEG that shows the trade dress, because this bigger one is more white out, has that kind of white haze over it.
Yeah.
And the smaller one has a more vibrant contrast to it. So that would definitely affect me. Maybe just the presentation we have here doesn't really make me enticed to want to buy this book. Maybe see it in person would convince me differently.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I like a black and white of this would be interesting to see all the line detail that he will put like into the hair and her curvature and her body and stuff like that. So I would be curious to see just an earlier, or just like a black and white version of this instead of a full colored version. He looks like he's 12.
He does though. This is not wrong.
Yeah. Well, another question is he a boy, right?
I think so.
Because okay, I don't know. You don't know. It's like, maybe it's not. But
they look 12.
Yes.
Does that work? Okay. And by the way, Chad, do you have a problem with the fact that I might date that mermaid from the Aquaman cover? I mean, wouldn't you? Would you turn her down for real?
Well, after my fright of seeing a live mermaid, maybe.
Yeah, assuming I could get past that part.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. Here's another one of the example. I feel like the resolution of some of these the bigger JPEGs that Alonso's grabbing is not that great, so maybe it affects our judgment here. Because I think that the smaller JPEG looks a lot better. All new Venom number 4. We got a Virgin again. Marvel getting lazy, just giving us the same art over again. I think it's a much better art than the last one we saw, but at least in my opinion. There's 1 in 100 though. That's a crazy number because there's also a Trader's version. Why would you want to buy? Why would you want to? I see why, but it's like if you're budgeting your money for comics, maybe you want. Damn, dude. It's like I would probably want to go with the trade dress. All new Venom number 4. Delano always the master with the dark colors with the blacks. He's I don't know, top 5 artists with black color.
Yeah.
So maybe top 3. So I'm not sure what to make of this backpack he has in the back. I don't know if you noticed this. I don't know if it's just the background or the cave or it's actually part of his back. It looks like he has like a giant sack and the back attached to his back, or he's forming from his Venom symbiote in the back. I like the red, the little mixture of red in the art, and I never noticed his white kind of outline for his eyes.
Dude, are you reading the chat? I'm sorry.
No, I'm looking at the art.
Oh my god.
Chad
hates mermaids, no feet. No
all right,
jumping
let's start
here.
from the
Chad,
beginning.
stop giving away my
Chad
secrets.
hates mermaids, no feet. No judgment here.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
I wouldn't date the mermaid, but I would bleep the storm.
Oh, come on. We'd all bleep storm. Who wouldn't? Especially for actually Halle Berry, who like knocked on your door. I mean, come on. Jeez. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you. That was
I was so like enthralled with this stupid backpack on Venom here.
You were.
Maybe it's not even a backpack. It's just the shading of the art. And maybe it looks like a backpack, but
it does. You're right, kind of. It looks like a missile pack, like a missile launcher, like a organic missile launcher.
Oh yeah, like a rocket firing bubble.
Yeah, rocket firing Venom. Fat.
Yeah. Right. And the eye, it's weird. It's like I don't like the whole thing wrapping around the back of his head.
Yeah, that's a little strange.
So okay, I ran my mouth a long time on this already. So it's fine, it's cool. It's still Delato art. Delato has his fans. They're gonna buy this. Mike, are you gonna buy this?
I am not gonna buy this. I am so venomed out over the last 5-10 years that I have just completely lost my entire interest in. And I used to buy all kinds of Venom shit. Like I was everywhere for Venom. I think I just overdid it for too long. It's going to take a really, really special cover for me to want to buy a Venom cover again. And while I think this is a great piece, and while I would imagine that Venom fans and Delato fans will go after this, I see no reason not to buy the trade dress one, other than the fact that the trade dress is horrible. But if you like the art, clearly that space at the top was designed to accommodate trade dress. So I don't know why in the world it's yellow. Why is it not red to match his tongue and the outline of his eyes? I mean, just right there for starters, that's just an enormous mistake. But I think this is good Delato. I don't think there's such a thing really as bad Delato. And you're right, he's really good with the blacks and being able to like use the grays and the whites to sort of differentiate space and things like that, which is really, really hard to do if you've ever done any art. But yeah, that backpacky looking thing is weird. The ceiling of the cave, is that a cave, I guess, is a little weird. Or is he creating that shroud with his goop? I don't know, like what's going on. I really don't know exactly what I'm looking at there. But either way, it is a good piece of art, but I am so over Venom covers that it's a pattern. And 1 in 100 is crazy town. I mean, I think you could get away with that with Delato 10 years ago. I don't know that he's popular enough now, or that he's as alone in the market as he was then. I mean, there was a time where there were like 5 artists worth even hunting. Hughes, Delato, like maybe early Frisson. There weren't J. Scott Campbell. And then after that, other than a few like niche-y kind of things, like what's the guy that did all the sexy covers that got banned? The heck was that guy's name? The Italian guy. Oh man, can't remember his name now. But anyway, once you get past those, Delato was one of the only ones. Like, and so 1 in 100 from a Delato was like a must buy. Now the competition is so big that I don't think there's the interest for that anymore. Like that's one tall ask for somebody, especially when the art already exists on a $5 cover. Milo Manera, thank you, James. That's right. That's the one. Thank you, Milo.
Or Matina.
Yeah, but Matina got kind of the problem with Matina was we found out pretty early on that he was copying work, and then also that a lot of it was digital, and so he wasn't up there in that same like plateau that those other artists were. He was definitely the next level down, but not at that top tier where everyone would just go crazy for anything that he put on a cover.
All right, let's move on. That was it for the incentives this week. Some decent ones, some bad ones, but light on the incentives, I guess.
So yeah, Chad, he did, and also he got accused and caught literally stealing other artists' work and reworking it.
Yeah, I think he's still doing it.
I mean, there's that famous Punisher cover that he stole. That is just like, it's dead to rights. I mean, it's everything. It's gun parts. It's like everything is exactly the same. He just changed the character. It's gross. No doubt Matina has some beautiful covers, Igor. You're absolutely right. But he also has some covers that are way too dark. But then again, so does one of my favorites. Perillo has some covers that are way too dark too. So it's just a thing that happens, I guess. I don't know. Perillo has gotten better at understanding that, I think, and he's brightened up his palette over the last 3 or 4 years. But Matina doesn't seem to get the message. He just keeps on doing these super, super, super dark covers.
All right, let's move on. Marvel Rivals #1 by Alan Claw. This is limited to 1,000. Costs $30. This is from the 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. I'll go first. I'm not sure where Mike's going to go on this one. So let me go first on this one. Okay, so this is basically, I don't know if it's the same art or an homage to the San Diego Comic-Con sketchbook or artist book, whatever, or what was it, the Ashcan or some shit like that. It was a little handbook they handed out during con last year, which is like a $200 book now. So I regret not getting that. But I did get this because I like Rivals. I have the game. It's a cool game, and I've been buying some of the covers. I've definitely picked it up. I think it's still available because there's 1,000 copies of this, or at least claimed to be. So very popular. It's interesting he put Jack the Land Shark very prominent in the center of the book. He's pretty big in it because that's the most popular character probably in the game. So it's cool art. It's in general. It's just nothing crazy. It's just a video game cover art basically. So that's what it is, and it's just very popular right now. So, Mike.
I mean, I think it's kind of a cool advertisement for the game, but and while it's really busy, I think Quad does a fairly decent job separating and differentiating the characters and still leaving some space so that it doesn't maybe appear in your mind, sort of like an optical illusion, right? With all that empty space down on the bottom right, it doesn't feel quite as busy as a result. But yet it's still too busy for me. I can see what they're headed for here. You're probably right. They're probably trying to capitalize off that other book that is super popular. And I like some of the characters. I mean, the Shark is amazing. I actually like the Venom. Doctor Strange seems a little bit static. The Wolverine seems a little bit static. Iron Man's kind of cool and stylized. I don't hate that. Hulk's a little too small to be effective, considering how big he should be in comparison to all these other characters. I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah.
It looks like, it looks kind of forgettable to me. It doesn't really do a whole lot for me, but it's not a terrible cover. $30 though, man, for a single cover. Like, guys, man, hasn't that ship sailed? Is anybody really doing that anymore? Like for a book, especially with trade dress on it that doesn't have a virgin version, like $30 is one tall ask. Unless this is a set that comes with a virgin, then $30 is a great price.
No, it's Rivals, so they're gonna upcharge.
Just because of the popularity of the game. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This is a pass for me. Even though there are some fun elements, and I get that they're capitalizing off the game and that other cover, I think they're gonna still have a tough time selling this one out. Yeah, Derek, you're right. I already forgot it. Yep, and I've said that very sentence before on this show, and I'm kind of there with you. These super busy covers just are completely forgettable to me. There's nothing to remember.
I'll say this. This book is not really meant for this show. At least for this particular audience on our show here. This book is for the people they'll like miss on this book, and they're in love with the game. And 3 months later, this is sold out, and they realize this book exists. They're gonna want it.
Yes.
And it'd probably be a $60 book by then. That's probably where this book will end up. It'll eventually become something because people will be looking for it after it sells out off on the regular websites when they miss out on it. So just I've collected comic books long enough to know the usual scenario for these type of books.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
So, all right, a couple more comments here on the chats. I already forgot about it. And it was Igor said, yes, 5 horses only charge 7 pieces.
$30 is crazy, Tom. I don't get it, man.
I agree. $20 would have been probably fine with this book, but
yeah, I'm good with 20. And I feel like I get a deal when I get one for 15. But 30 is a tall ask for a book like this.
Yeah. When you get an Archie book for $10, right? It's like, oh shit. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what we got next here. G.I. Joe and a Real American Hero Silent Mission Edition 21 by Nuno Pereira. Limited to 750. Cost is $20. There you go, $20. I'll go for Stadium Comics. Usually low number on the books, but for them, 750 is a high number. So that's interesting. I get it's G.I. Joe. It's a bigger audience, so you can probably sell more. So they take the bigger risk. I get it's a very stylized art, bring that vintage look. It has that filter on top, that J. Scott Campbell filter we talked about in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It has it on top of the art. They've done the whole corner box, the little Marvel Spider-Man on the bottom left corner. So it's very nostalgic. It hits that button. I never liked this version of Snake Eyes' particular uniform on him. I never really got it. The Commando version or something like that, right? I forget. So it's cool. And Larry Hama needs to retire. His fucking writing sucks. Mike?
So I obviously immediately liked it because it just reminds me of everything that I bought when I was a kid. I mean, essentially every Transformers, G.I. Joe, whatever, you name it, kind of book that I was buying at the time feels like this, right? They use the right trade dress. They have the corner box, the sort of, I don't know, like tri-tone kind of color thing going on. The line work is done in a very vintage kind of a way with that filter over the top too, but it's still kind of pedestrian. Although the price isn't terrible, $20 is fair. $750 is also fair. It's a
high price for Stadium and a high number on the.
It is. That's true. That's a good point. For them, it is high. I don't hate it, and I can see it selling out to the nostalgia buffs out there.
Yeah.
But it isn't a great cover. This is really close to being a great cover, and it doesn't quite hit the mark, which is too bad. But I do like it, and I can see it selling out pretty.
Yeah,
low.
it's a low number for a G.I. Joe book. I see that.
I want it, but I don't want it.
Yeah, it's just the art doesn't catch me. I could spend my $20 and buy some actual original G.I. Joe books.
You could actually buy a kind of a beat up copy of the original silent issue for $20.
Yeah, that's a very low number, beat up issue, I think. But yeah, for $20.
Beat up can't be a nice copy, that's for sure.
No, you could get some some G.I. Joe key books raw.
Yep.
At a decent grade for like $5 to $10. It's like they're not very expensive.
Nope.
So
once you get past the really big ones, the 3 or 4 really big ones.
But there's a lot of like books with tons of appearances. Key characters are like $10, $12, $14, all that.
Yep. Agreed.
All right. Is that the last book? No, there's one more. Yeah, that's one more. All right. Amazing Spider-Man 69, brah. Nathan's Dirty, Unknown Comics Limited, so we don't know. Well, obviously, it's got to be minimum 3, right? Or 4, really.
Yep.
The version is 3 and 1,000, 4. So cost $35. There you go. Even more expensive than Rivals. What's 2 books though? It's 2 books, so that's give them that break. First word is no. It's shit. In my opinion, it's even with the purple and pinks, it's my favorite colors in the last 5-6 years. It's still shit, and I don't like the whole fucking paintbrush style of art there with the wash on the background. I don't know. Is he trying to imitate 1966 Spider-Man cartoon with that style? I'm not sure. But in the 5-year-old girl face is not my thing here.
That's my big problem with this one.
It's not even a teenager. It's like a fucking 5-year-old in the face. I don't know where, and It looks like she has 4 fingers, by the way. So I don't see the thumb is the bone of the thumb is nowhere to be seen. So it's a big skip to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with you for all kinds of reasons. The first one being the 5-year-old face. It's really off-putting to me. The blending of the room color / curtain color with her costume color just makes it look unfinished to me. That super long forearm, the weird hand, the somehow that green in the background also clashes with everything. I'm not a Zerdy is definitely on the down spiral for me, not the up spiral. So he's got that going against him. This feels like a really lazy cover to me. I bet you if we see the line art, it's really, really simplistic and quickly done. This is a hard ask at $35. BBB, you like this, huh? You do like this one. Tell us in the chat why you like it, because I mean, Rob and I are on the same page. But I love this character. I always want good.
Spider-Man's awesome.
I always want good Gwen covers. I really do. I some of the few modern comics that I keep are my favorite Gwen covers. But yeah, this one's not it. But I would like to know why you like it. I think it's phoned in. I really do.
I didn't realize I shed it all over his parade. He's like, sweet. That shit sucks.
Buy it at a 75% off sale.
Hey, man.
Igor. Hey, I don't know. I expect bigger things. We all know what Zerdy's capable of. If we look back at his early work, he is capable of providing some pretty awesome covers. And this just isn't up to his level, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yes, I think we hold him to a little higher standard, and we know he could do better. And this is definitely phoned in.
Yeah.
So, all right. I haven't seen BB's response. We got another comment here. Let's see what we got. Just by the palette of him.
Ooh.
For bankruptcy in 6 months.
That's rough.
Yeah, right. I seen that. It's like, look at it. It looks like it's trending that way, James. I didn't agree with you on that. So it's. What we got here? Lost me when he started to arm sleeve his tats and keeps getting younger faces. Yeah.
Although I liked the first one, but even the first one with the arm tats, we still MF that one because we thought some of them were upside down. If we remember,
I'm like, I'll give the colorist props. It's I like purple and pink. So this is another thing on this show. That's one of my favorite colors. But the colorist did, I guess, something decent here, but. And it's an interesting green in the background, but just the line work's shit. I'm sorry. Great. All right. I think this might be it. Let's. I forgot. No, double bubble coming in hot. Ivan Talavera 616 limited to 500. Pretty low quantity here. 40 smackaroos for a cool background one, or actually, to be honest, I think that's Photoshop the background. I think that's like
definitely
Google Images.
Yep.
He fucking cheated on that, and he even got lazy on the second one when he just got a red box from Google Images and put it in the back of the second one there. So I want to like it because of the melons, but. He fucking cheated and just used Google Images for the background. So it's a no for me. Mike?
Also a no for me, but it is sadly one of the better covers of the night, which is kind of too bad. It also feels a little, I mean, it's sort of generic for Vampy. I mean, how many bust covers of Vampy do we have? It's got to be gonna be close to 1,000 covers now. For this character. And yeah, I agree that background is definitely photoshopped. I don't think he has the wherewithal for architecture to be able to actually draw that. Maybe I'm wrong. But I mean, I know even some of the most talented artists are using digital backgrounds now. So I could
do that background. Even I could do that background on fucking Adobe.
Yeah,
that's not that hard.
She looks a little bit too plastic and static for me. She's supposed to be gritty and kind of a little bit on the gross side, but also on the sexy side. It's supposed to toe that line. And I don't think this one does that. I think it's too digital and smooth to to give us that vibe. And oddly, I actually think the boobs are weird. They don't
They look fake, to be honest.
They
They
don't
look
feel
like fake
right
boobs.
to me.
Yeah, they don't feel right to me either.
Yeah, they just don't look right. They don't look natural in any way. It's weird. So I think the whole cover is a no to me.
That's the sick dude that like complain about Vara's boobs on every cover.
No, and I don't, dude. I have 2 full long boxes of Vampy covers.
No, we usually eat up. Well, that's
I am all
not wrong, but we usually eat up.
I am all about a good Vampy cover. I am all about some boobs. I like butts better, but I'm all about some.
Yeah,
but there's only so many covers that you can have that don't do anything interesting. Like there's nothing artistically interesting about this. This could be an AI image.
par for the course with the Vampy here, basically.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
There's also a tradition here with Alonso to not put the fucking title or the issue number on these slides sometimes, then we just are guessing what the hell this is we're looking at.
Yeah, I don't know which, and it could be any title. There's a lot of titles for Vampy too. There's like 3 or 4 titles. So I'm not really sure which one it is.
It's a new Vampy
Well, it
1.
could be the new number 1. That's true, because there's going to be a Frisson for that, by the way, which blows this away. I saw a couple of other good ones too. I don't know who else is doing covers for it. I assume there'll be a Perillo. There might be a.
I think they have every artist known to man on this particular book. So
no, 675 already happened. That was. Oh, I guess it could be though. I mean, a store exclusive. They could go backwards. That's true. It's possible.
So I know Alonso like it. He put the double melon on it. So it's Beyond Wednesday. It's going on, dude. Welcome to the end of the show. I think this might be the last cover. Vampirella 1 comes out in a month. Okay.
Yep.
What? All right. I think this is the last cover. Oh, one more. Let's see that.
Oh, McClay, what's up, dude?
I know Vampirella.
I recognize that thumbnail. The dude who I inadvertently bashed like a month ago. Didn't realize who anybody was talking about.
I see.
I didn't know. I had no idea who the people were talking about. Then they said afterwards, "That's not fair. You can't do that to me." Anyway, you can find me on CBSI Comic Book Invest on Tuesdays, late morning, early afternoon, depending on your time zone, for one of my nerdy articles, Cover Fire, where I just talk about non-incentive, non-exclusive covers that I like for the week. Undetermined whether or not there'll be one tomorrow. I know, I'm really sorry, guys. I really do apologize. It's been one heck of a couple months for me, so I am really trying to churn these out when I can. I will figure out a way to get back on track. I think what I need to do is not be so overarching. I need to just choose like 3 covers that I like, talk about those, and get an article out every week, which is what I'm going to maybe try to do for tomorrow. So yeah, show off my pickup. I don't have it in hand. I won't have it till the end of the week. So why don't I show it next week? I should have it by next week's show.
Okay.
I wish I could show it. Trust me, I wish I had it now in my hand, but I don't yet. So I will show it when I get it next week. I promise. I will be very, very excited.
There you go. Oh, okay. So thanks, man.
Yeah.
Let's I know, I'm just a little silence here. Follow our resident. We don't have to do that. Use code 114, number for 30 days, unlimited cover price for 99 cents. Go to coverprice.com, type in the code 114, and you get it for a month for 99 cents. And start by Burr City Comics. Can't remember what was the last exclusive, but you type in the code TNH10, you get 10% off your purchase at Burr City Comics. And don't forget to stop by DisplayGeek.com. Team here to save 10% off your purchase over at DisplayGeek.com. Okay, that's it. That was our Monday show for this week. It's some hits, some misses, some okay books, some weird stuff going on. But any final thoughts before we say bye there?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm good. So some artists may have been slightly harmed in the making of this podcast. Yikes, we were not nice tonight. But anyway, hopefully it'll be better week next week.
Buy what you like, man. It's just...
Buy what you like. That's very true. Yes, I know there were some covers that we didn't like tonight that some of you guys in the chat liked, or some of you on the rewind. I get that.
Hey,
It's very subjective. I understand there's stuff in my collection that you guys would probably never own. You'd probably use as kindling. So,
all right.
I get it.
If you want to do it right, be a comic cover whore for life. Peace out, everybody. Have a good night.
See ya.